Hi, Jazzy Squad. Welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday, good hump day. Hump days are always good, right? All right, so get started, huh? So I talked to a few of you. A few of you are not feeling too good today. Hope everybody gets better soon. I'm kind of feeling a little off today myself, but that's okay. We all have our off days. So I think this is a perfect transition to the meal we're going to make today. All right, super healthy meal. It's a little bit pricier than the other meals that we've discussed, but definitely pack the nutrients to help fight off, any sickness you have. I'm not sure about COVID since COVID is so new, but based off the nutrients I know and how it affects the body, it could most certainly, hopefully, target it too. Not most certainly, but hopefully. That thing is nasty, team. Remember, we still got to keep doing our part. Socially distance, be safe, wear your mask around people, your loved ones. All right, that's my countless PSA again. All right, team. So enough about my PSAs. Let's get moving. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, I know, it's kind of, the weather change definitely plays a role too. All right, squad. So first, I got my nice fresh catch of salmon. Okay, see that right there? All right, you can use frozen salmon if you want, but for the sake of the class, I had to make sure it's thawed. All right, so let's get the salmon in the oven. And the good thing is, I already put some salmon in there earlier, so we don't have to wait, 10 to 12 minutes for the salmon to cook. All right, salmon's super high in omega-3 fatty acids. Those are good fatty acids for your brain. We all know that. I've said that countless times. Salmon's very high in vitamin B12, a nutrient that's really hard for people that are vegetarians and vegans to get. B12 is very good for our immune system. Vitamin D up in this business. Vitamin D, super high. Salmon is super high in vitamin D. All right. So if you're concerned, if you feel like you need to take vitamin D supplements or something, just have more salmon, right? I know there's like a lot of info going around, or a lot of talk with wild caught or farm caught. The nutrients are still there in the farm caught. I think it's just preference. Do you want something that's fresh and flowing through rivers, or do you want something that's in a farmed raised? So the nutrient levels might be a little bit different, but honestly, it's not that what information is telling you on the internet and all that. It's not as the discrepancy isn't as big as it is. Okay, so perfect timing to get that salmon out. All right, salmon, usually what I do is I cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes in the oven. Look at that. We're gonna make that we're gonna do that now, make this look as pretty as that. All right, so I need to find room to put this down. We got a lot of working pieces today, team. A lot of working pieces today. All right. So my combo for the way I cook salmon, I put a lot on it. A lot of different herbs and spices. Because salmon's very fishy. We want to mask that fishy smell. It's already getting fishy up in here because Hobbs in here in the chat with his emojis. And then also because salmon has a fishy scent. All right, so we're gonna take our salmon here, nice, super fresh. Look at that. Look how pink that is. And I'm sure you'll know most of you know the difference between farm raised and fresh raised salmon. True salmon is super pink. Farm raised salmon is like white and kind of fade, not as pink as it should be. Again, yes, there's a difference. the nutritional level component, not that big of a difference. The verdict is still out there on that, but from what I've studied and from what I've read and all that jazz, it's not that big of a difference. Yeah, frozen or fresh hog would be the same nutrients for sure. It's not farm caught hog. What's up, Minette? With the skin, oh yeah, with the skin. That's where actually a lot of the nutrients are, and actually in the skin. I mean, I wouldn't encourage you to eat the skin. It's not as tasty, obviously, as the flesh, but yeah, you can have it. It's not bad. All right, so what I do is I top off my salmon with about a teaspoon. I just like to eye it, but with a tablespoon of olive oil. All right, and then you guys know I like to cook with a lot of olive oil. All right, olive oil is super good for you. Omega-3 fatty acids up in there as well, but it does increase the caloric, number. Okay, the total amount of calories in the dish, and I actually incorporated that in the calculations, as you can see on the left hand of your screen. All right, so that 404 to 807 calories per serving incorporates the olive oil as well. All right, so let's top this salmon, these fillets up. So I got my oregano. Just top that, boom. Cover that with oregano. You can put oregano on anything, it makes it taste good. Got some garlic powder here. Little dashes. So you can go like specific servings, tablespoon, teaspoon, but I just like to, I'm very generous with my herbs and spices. There's nothing wrong with having a lot of herbs and spices, since they pretty much they don't have calories in them, so they are just helpful for our body. More ways than one. So I got my pepper right there. I just topped it with basil again as well. Where the heck is my garlic salt? Oh, I put it back. Wow. Hi, Mama. Oh yeah, I got the dill. I'm gonna bring that up for you, since my mom encouraged me to use dill with my salmon, and I will do just that. All right, so I just used some garlic salt there. You know where the heck did I put the cap there? All right, and then now let's get some fresh dill to top it off. Okay, last ingredient for the garnishes and the spices, some fresh dill. All right, it really does bring out the taste of the salmon. It really does complement it. I mean, yeah, we can do some lemon too. Lemon complements salmon as well, but I forgot to get it today. So we're not going to use lemon, we're just going to use the dill here. All right, so we got some fresh dill. There's dilly dill. That's fresh, super fresh dill. Boom, baby. So I'm going to be a little generous with the dill here. When my mom makes these dishes, she's very generous with the dill as well. Nothing wrong with that. You're just putting some good herbs up in your pate. You know, and like we talk about, team, you know, it's all about the aesthetics, all right? Dill really helps. It really brings out the aesthetics here. All right, so look at that. Very pretty, huh? There you go, Graham. All right, and team, so, yeah, we could do essential oil too. So I preheated the oven at 375. That's where you kind of want to cook your salmon. You don't need to really go too much higher than that, unless you want to char the crap out of it. All right, so I put it for 375. We're gonna go for about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, so if you want more of a sushi-esque type of salmon, you obviously go less time, but we're gonna go a total time of 12 minutes. Okay, just to cook it a little bit longer. And again, the nutrient-wise, it's negligible if you cook it a little bit longer. Okay, most of the vitamins in salmon are fat soluble. Okay, so it won't get zapped out from the water. All right, so let's get our veggies and quinoa going while the salmon's cooking. All right, gonna coat this obviously with my canola oil. Boom, baby. So you can get some fresh kale, you can get some frozen kale. What I like to do to make my kale last longer is I actually get fresh kale and just freeze it. Nothing wrong with that. Like your question earlier, Hav, with the nutrients, doesn't make a difference. Doesn't change anything. Okay, if you have it fresh or frozen. The thing about fresh or frozen, team, while I put a generous amount of kale up in here, it just, allows, it's like cryogenically freezing the food, right? So it just makes it last longer. There's no like decay of the nutrients or anything. All right, so I'm just eyeing it, but for the sake of calculations, put about a cup of kale up in here, cup to 2 cups, and you'll see kale when you cook, it'll definitely shrivel up in more ways than one. Okay, team. So again, with the kale, when you're cooking the kale or any vegetable, you can do kale, you can do spinach, you can do broccoli, but let's get some green leafy vegetables up in here to complement the salmon. I'm going to top it off with some olive oil here. Okay, again, I incorporated in the calculations. So just about a tablespoon, top it off so we can help keep the nutrients in there. So the oil helps keep that water-soluble vitamins in the kale. All right, and then for the sake of taste, we'll make it a little bit tastier. I'm going to use the same exact herbs and spices that I used on the salmon, with the exception of the dill. The dill is just meant for the salmon, or dill pickles, but we have no pickles today. Right, Jazzy Squad? Fresh dill, right? I know, it is great. It is super great. That's right, Mama. Eat with your eyes. I know. So a little fun fact, team, while we're waiting for this stuff to cook. My mom, I owe a lot of my cooking methods, besides all the butter, Mom. We use more essential oil with my direction, with olive oil. Sorry. I got a lot of techniques from her, and with cooking in itself, I was worried and apprehensive about cooking, but through her techniques and through her vision, she really helped me just kind of realize cooking is what you make it, what your eyes want, right? So yes, I'm going through specifics here, but just know that you can cook however you want, all right? If you don't want to use a dill, screw it, whatever, okay? But it's up to you. And for me, I'm not too picky with taste. I just like eating healthy food, as you guys know. But if you want things that are a little bit tastier, obviously go for I would encourage you to go for the more nutritious options, right, Mom? No butter. But yeah, that's a little fun anecdote. Let's get back to business. All right, team. Yeah, I know, Hoff. Yeah, a lot of Hispanics they thought cooking with lard is totally fine. I wouldn't say. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mom, but I don't think lard was really used. Was it used in Chicago, Mom? But yeah, going from lard, right, to, oh yeah, butter's okay, but now oh yeah, you want to stick with the olive oils, the canola oils, sunflower oils, right, when we're cooking. A little bit healthier, a little bit more nutritious. Okay, so I'm going to cover the kale. With the kale, we want to have it at about medium temperature. Okay. I was too busy talking about my history that I forgot to put the heat on. Whoops. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so we got some tricolor quinoa. All right, tricolor's all, it's a nice combo with the tricolors. That's a little blown out, huh? Too much natural, or too much light from the thing. But we got some fresh, dry quinoa here. And for you vegetarians and vegans out there, quinoa is what's called a complete protein. And for those of you that were here with the protein powder or protein shakes, we were talking about complete proteins, right? quinoa is a plant-based complete protein that has those essential amino acids that you would find in meats such as fish, red meat, chicken, turkey, pork, all that jazz. All right, so I have about a half a cup of quinoa here. You having a bowl of lard now, Mom? Or Avitas? Good. You know that I would not encourage that. All right, so I'm using about a half a cup of quinoa here. That's gonna cook a good amount of that tricolored quinoa. And then with the quinoa, with the dry stuff, you can get the frozen ones that you can just throw in the oven. That's not a problem. But for this sake, for the dry stuff, just like with brown rices and all that, you always want to go 2 parts water and then 1 part of what you're cooking. So we have half a cup of quinoa, and I'm gonna fill this with. Let's do the math together, team. 1 cup of that agua. Okay. So we're just going to cook that up in the microwave, the trusty microwave here. Boom, boom. I think we all have microwaves up in our business. Microwaves get a bad rep, but it's just radiated heat, no big deal. I mean, we're not eating the radiated heat, and we're not being exposed to it, so it's all good. All right, so we're gonna cook for it says about 4 minutes, okay, and then for an additional 2. So let's start with 4, get that going. Kale's looking pretty good here. And man, the second batch of salmon's already almost done. I'm talking too much. It is a hearty meal. It is a hearty meal. So what should we call it? We got to talk about it, team. And we got one more ingredient. Okay, so we got quinoa. Boom, complete protein. Okay, complete whole grain protein. We got our salmon with some dill, with all those herbs and spices. We got the kale that has a bad rep of taste, so we're gonna make it taste much a little bit better. And my mom likes to use a lot of lemon for their salmon, but for the sake of Mediterranean and for it being a Mediterranean theme, whoa, that's spewed everywhere. Excuse me. Vetus, don't do it. Don't say it. Tzatziki just got all over me. That's okay. That's what's part of cooking, right? Getting the stuff all up on us. So we have tzatziki sauce. All right, tzatziki sauce is just cucumbers with some, cheese and some water. But it's used used in a lot of Mediterranean dishes. Okay. Did not expect that to explode up in my face. All right, so we got some tzatziki, and we're gonna top the salmon off with some tzatziki. Boom. These are pretty affordable at Trader Joe's. I think this carton was about $3.50. We're not going to use it all, so let me get my tablespoon. All right, team. And we're just going to top it. We're going to top it with top the salmon off with some tzatziki sauce. Get a little bit more taste up in that business, huh? Yeah, great for this weather, definitely. That's a good tip, Mom. See, Jazzy Squad, if you want to keep those herbs, fresh, there you go. If you want to use more or do a little bit more work, like my mom always does with her cooking, that's a good tip, Mom. I know I need an apron. We need a Jazzy Squad apron. Hi, Mamas 2.0. What's up? So you guys know I got both of my moms up in here right now, supporting me. Thank you. Love you guys. All right. Oh yeah, that kale's going. So with the kale, when you're cooking on the skillet, like you cook for it about like 6 to 8 minutes, and that should be okay. It can absorb all that olive oil, absorb all those herbs and spices up in that business. All right, I think this one looks prettier, so obviously for aesthetically wise, we got to make it for you guys. Got to pick the better fillet. I know you do everything but butter, but we want to have, this is the Wellness Wednesday, the healthier alternative, right? So we got to use olive oils. We got to use the oils that are liquid at room temperature, not solid. Zalmon-binski. So I think that's Zalmon-binski. I like it. I like it, Hav. What do you guys think? Should we call it the Zalmon-binski? Oh, that's hilarious. All right, quinoa. Ooh, we need some more time. All right. So we got 4 minutes up there for the quinoa. Making sure everything's okay. Got a little bit of splash going. And let's cook it again. Give that extra 2 minutes. And look at that. The second batch of salmon. Looking pretty solid. The Zalmon-binski. I like it. I'm okay with it. It seems like you guys are on board with that. Zalmon-binski. Oh man, it's a good one. But Minette, yours last time was really good. Yours last time was very, very good. The Power Pro, right? Power Pro. All right, team. Kale looks done. Boom. Let's get this out of the way so you can see the fresh one. So much stuff. That's what you didn't tell me, Mom, when you taught me cooking. There's all the cleanup. Oh yeah, look at that, team. That looks super fresh, huh? There you go, post it. Come back. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Looking pretty tasty. Look at you, Instagram, with no one in there. All right. I don't have space. All my stuff is taken. All my space is taken up in here. Need a bigger kitchen, like in Mama 2's house. Yeah, see, I mean, it takes about 15 minutes, as you can see on the left hand of the screen, just with like the preparation. You know, the major thing is that time that it takes to cook the salmon, right? But other than that, it's just pretty simple. Throw the quinoa in the microwave. Remember, with the quinoa, you can either get like the packaged ones that you can microwave, or you can get the dry one to cook up. All right, team. So I gotta show you. Boom. Putting that kale in there, and it looks like a lot of kale, but it really isn't. I can easily go through a bag of this, and both my moms know that. Kale is super good for you, team. A lot of vitamin K, a lot of vitamin A, vitamin K for your blood, vitamin A for your eyes. All right. This meal is also high in omega-3 fatty acids. We talked about that earlier. A lot of fiber with the quinoa, okay, and the kale. Lean protein, vitamin B12 like we talked about, vitamin D. Okay, we got some niacin up in here. We got some vitamin B6, K, and A. And it's also high in selenium, phosphorus, iodine, manganese, copper, and magnesium. Iodine sounds, it sounds, like a bad, mineral, but we still need it. We need it for our thyroid to regulate our metabolism. Our thyroid is the one thing, is that organ that helps regulate our metabolism, team. So we need it. We get it from a fish and iodized salt, but mainly from fish. So make sure you're eating that fish, team. Fish is good for you. Fiber, yes, for your butt, mom. And you know how much you know about my fiber intake and all that. Both of you do. Lots of lots of trips, which is good. All right, so we got our quinoa here. Oh yeah, looking freaking good here, team. Quinoa is super nutritious. Lots of fiber, lots of protein. Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah, I just cooked about a cup, or a half a cup, sorry. Yeah, heck yeah. We got this Zalmon-binski here. And then we just have to top it off with some tzatziki. And this looks like a good pre-boxing workout meal here. Look at that, 1 tablespoon. Don't need anything crazy. Oh yeah. So look at that, squad. I think that looks, this is a power meal. This is a huge meal. And I'm looking forward to consuming and then utilizing during my boxing. Look at that, team. Let's do a little rotation. Do a little rotation for you guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. What's up, Kristen? Yo, Jen and my mom are in Twitch. Get up in here and join them. I mean, we're almost done though. But yeah, the pairing. Oh yeah, we got you get some white wine, you know, with the salmon. What, right, mom? My mom's the wine aficionado, but it's the sommelier. So we get some Pinot Gris. This is my usual small portion, right? That both my moms know. Good, Hobbs. Yeah, see? Again, like the fresh salmon's a little bit, you know, pricier, but this can be one of those meals where, you know, if you can, obviously, like these segments are about like affordable and healthy meals. So if you're willing just to splurge a little bit to get some fresh salmon, I would highly encourage that. Okay, team? But yeah, jumping off the plate, that's right. I mean, usually fish, right, are flopping, right, Minette? But not this one. This one's going to flop in my belly. But yeah, a nice wine pairing to complement what my mom said is a nice Pinot Gris. But mom, I can't have wine before my boxing class, okay? All right, team, look at that, Kristen. Hope to see you later in boxing. Hi, Erica. You're all in here. I love you all. So yeah, total cost for this, if you're gonna get that fresh salmon, is around 21 bucks. Okay, that's with the fresh salmon. That's around $11 or $12 per pound. That's fresh. We got the huge bag of quinoa here. Okay, that's incorporates the tzatziki as well as the bag of kale. So, you know, 21 bucks. I can easily break it up into 2 to 4 servings. Not too bad, right? So that would make each serving be about $4 or $5 to $10 if you're going to go more of my small portion, and like my mom said, like Mama said. And then we discussed this earlier, but calories per serving around 400 to 800. Okay, if you're going to have a bigger fillet, if you're going to have a little bit more quinoa, that's going to increase the caloric intake. All right, team. Love you all. Okay, Jazzy Squad, thanks for tuning in for another Wellness Wednesday. Great job, Hav, with the naming. Great job with the naming, Hav, with the Zalmon-binski. It's going to take me a while to get that down. I know, right? I mean, you'll burn it, Kristen. Don't worry. All right, team. I'm going to enjoy this Zalmon-binski. Thanks for tuning in again. I'll see a few of you later. And then love you, family, for tuning in. Appreciate your support. And then I'll see you all soon in the other Twitch classes or FaceTime or whatnot. All right. Take care, team.